the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
On the Sunday before the week of the prestigious 1995 Knoxville Nationals, Terry McCarl was visiting with Bob Berryhill, father of the well-known driver Aaron Berryhill, and the words "we're bored" came out of Bob. That was the spark that Terry McCarl needed to begin his promoting career. He wanted to have a race close to the Knoxville area where him and his wife Lori could enjoy a race before the Nationals. Lori had mentioned a track that would be really cool to race at, which would be Southern Iowa Speedway. Terry called the fair board, and fortunately, the track was available for rent. The ambitious young promoter knew that without the money, there couldn't be a race. He contacted Bill McCorsky for the financial backing, and the two partnered up and began planning the event. Terry wanted to do a memorial race in honor of Dan Young, the Des Moines, Iowa native that was in a fatal sprint car crash at Knoxville Raceway. He contacted Butch Young, Danny's father, and asked him if it would be okay, and soon later, the inaugural event was scheduled, and the Danny Young Memorial Race began. Now that race became the Sage Fruit Front Row Challenge, hosted by Terry McCarl every season. And as the Jason Johnson Memorial 410 race at Knoxville looms later on this week for the Dirt Slingers Racing League, we decided to do our own Front Row Challenge. So with that being said, I welcome you into Lima Land Speedway for the first annual Dirt Series Racing League, King of the Wing Kickoff, the Timssims Front Row Challenge. My name is Zach Creer. I'll be taking you through all of the action tonight for the 30 laps and heat races for our so far 20 drivers who are ready to do battle here at Lima Land Speedway. But before we do that, we're going to throw it out to the Foley brothers for a national anthem and invocation. Stay tuned.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Shout out to the Foley brothers, always a great national anthem and invocation. Just a few seconds remaining on our practice session here, and we want to take this second to explain what this event is. Of course, a Speed Week has always been an idea of Rogers and the Dirt Slingers Racing League for quite a while, leading up to the Jason Johnson Memorial Race out of Knoxville on Wednesday night, and this year decided to make the call, and 3 nights of action for you to enjoy tonight. The Front Row Challenge. Tomorrow night, if I can get the information up here as we roll into our qualifying session, each driver will have 2 laps to get whatever their fastest time is. Tomorrow night, the Raging Cajun ASCS Classic, 30 laps, 24 cars, 360s. And then, of course, Wednesday night I will be back for the 410s, 24 cars, 41 laps, 410s for the 5th annual Jason Johnson Memorial Forever 41 race at Knoxville Raceway. Taking a look right now at Trevor Royer as he makes his way around the track. Right now, Royer, no time in quite yet. It is going to be at the top of the boards right now. Garrett Boyd sits at the top of the 11.49. Craig Silby right away going to go fastest quick time for Trevor Royer in 11.42, 11.42 for Trevor Royer. He's going to come through laps. Still a few drivers not to have taken times yet. Royer will not go as fast. Randy Shreves goes to the top of the board. Make that Michael Meek at the top of the boards right now. Everybody moving all the way up. Taking a look here at the 17 of Buddy Ware. Buddy will go over the line. Trying to find where went. Actually, I think that was his first lap. So we're going to take an eye, keep an eye on the 17 machine. This will be his first lap, if I'm not mistaken. First time by 11.64, 11.64. Ryan Scheidt on track right now in that classic Black Diamond Motorsports number 10. Stuart Scheidt goes quick time for Ryan Scheidt on 11.31, 11.31 for the 10 machine. He's going to take through turns 3 and 4 one more time. Does he improve? No, he does not. Goes just a 100th slower than 11.33. 2 cars not to take times yet. Larry Moody and Aiden Bierlein, but I don't think they're going to have enough time. Tonight's event, of course, sponsored by Timssims. Tim's Dirt Track Simulators has been bringing entertainment to local racetracks and traveling the trade shows and race venues across the country since 2004. What started with a few guys hanging out playing a game in the basement has turned into a dream job for the owner, Tim Nichols. Coming from a family with a long history of dirt racing and having a passion for the sport, Tim brought his dream to life by designing and building simulators for huge racing events from the Knoxville Nationals and Kings Royals to the Chili Bowl, the SEMA Show, PRI. Timsims has been anywhere and everywhere in their 19 years. Join the fun and book your event today at timsims.com. We'd want to thank Timsims, of course, for sponsoring the event tonight. Still no time yet from Larry Moody or Aiden Beerline. Neither will take a time, so 18 cars timed in. Ryan Scheit will be the quick time on the night at 11.32 for the 10 car. And speaking of the 10 car, he'll be on the pole for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 will be brought to you by Edmund Trophy and Awards. Edmund Trophy has been serving Edmund in the OKC area since 1978, providing trophies, plaques, acrylics, medals, and engravings. We are a family-owned business, recently under new ownership, and excited to bring a new and exciting product anywhere to you. Visit us today at edmundtrophy.com to get in touch. Edmund Trophy Heat Race number 1 will look like this, starting from the pole. Your quick qualifier on the night in the 10 machine of Ryan Scheit. Trevor Royer in the 90 out of Pennsylvania will start alongside him. Another PA driver in the 012, Bowen Smith, starts from the 3rd place spot with Garrett Boyd, and Boyd Power Sports number 9 starting from the 4th place spot. The Raw Power Motorsports number 31 of Roger Wagner will start from 5th, with Buddy Ware in the 17 out of the Plains, starting from the 6th and final spot. 6 cars here for heat race number 1 of the King of the Wing Timsims Front Row Challenge. Heat race number 1 brought to you by Edmund Trophy Company. Is the UDTV number 10 machine, the Black Diamond Motorsports car, starting from the pole. Ryan Scheit. Trevor Royer right alongside him, and Trevor, actually, if I'm not mistaken, who's your Open Wheel Series champion from a few seasons back. I'm not 100% sure how up to date my stats is, if another season has come and gone since then. The last time I had announced on Trevor, he was winning a championship. Lights are off on the Ad Racing pace truck, ready to go down the back straightaway, ready to go 8 laps of heat racing action here at Lima Land Speedway. Scheit and Royer, your front row. Green flag is out of turn 4. We're racing. Scheit the leader at the end of 1. Royer right behind him. Then it is Bowen Smith in the 2nd or 3rd place spot. Garrett Boyd, Roger Wagner, and Buddy Ware 4th, 5th, and 6th. Just make their way down the back straightaway. 6 laps to go. Will be 3 in, 5 to go next time by. 305 sprint cars, close set. Nobody has any setup advantage over each other. Pretty early and new track, so middle line going to be where it is at. But Ryan Scheit right now, leader here at the halfway point. Actually, we'll only have 3 laps to go here at the line. Battle a little bit further back. Garrett Boyd, Roger Wagner going to battle it out with 2 laps to go. Boyd going to get the spot away from Wagner. Scheit takes the white flag, 1 lap to go. Your pole sitter, and he will be your heat race winner, winning Edmund Trophy heat number 1. Ryan Scheit picks it up. Trevor Royer brings it home in 2nd. Bowen Smith 3rd. Garrett Boyd 4th. Roger Wagner 5th. And Buddy Ware 6th. So nobody moves from their starting spot, and we will roll into heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 going to be brought to you by 18 Electric. 18 Electric Incorporated is a fully licensed, bonded, and insured electrical company serving Oklahoma City and the surrounding areas. Dylan has 13 years of experience starting at the Electrical Trades Program at Canadian Valley Technical Center in El Reno, Oklahoma. Coming up in the trade, he has worked in numerous spaces in the electrical field, from being in a service truck running service calls from big to small, to setting up shop on big projects for months at a time, working and building projects like department stores, gas stations, schools, gyms, commercial cafeterias, gave Dylan the confidence needed to get into business in early 2020. 1-8 was founded in February of 2020. The company started with a one-man and his truck. Thanks to some great and loyal customers in a very short amount of time, it has now expanded to a 2-team operation and their own shop. They take pride in their work. Customer communication, satisfaction, and code compliance is their #1 priority. Get in touch today at 18electric.net. That's the spelled out 1-O-N-E 8, the letter or the number 8, electric.net. We'll go into our second heat race of the night, and it'll be Randy Shreves in the LGR Motorsports number 56, starting from the pole with Idrium Sim Sport number 7 of Craig Silby starting second. Kyle Eiserer in the 19 will start from the 3rd place spot with John Batista in the 54 to his outside. Midwest driver of Chad Griggs in the 27 will start from 5th with Dylan Hutchinson Racing number 41 of Dylan Hutchinson starting from the 6th place spot. Hutchinson not making the call. He will start from the pits, it looks like, as we get ready to go. Green flag racing here from heat race number 2. Randy Shreves, Craig Silby, Kyle Eiserer, John Batista, and Chad Griggs. 5 cars on track right now. Dylan Hutchinson in the 6th place spot. Pace truck is in. 1-8 electric heat race number 2 ready to get underway as they make their way out of turn 4. Let's go racing, boys. Shreves, your leader at the end of 1. Craig Silby right behind him. John Batista right on their rear end. Top 3. Put a blanket over them, battling for that 1st place spot. Chad Griggs a little bit further back. Kyle Eiserer battling it out just there for a second. Now we're going to have a battle for our 2nd place spot. John Batista, Craig Silby. Silby going to go high. Batista will look low. Sorry, Silby look low. Batista look high. Position stayed the same. The 7 machine keeping that 2nd place spot under wraps. Shreves, the leader with 3 to go. Craig Silby, John Batista right on his rear end. Batista going to get it a little bit sideways. Going to drop down a few times. Silby going to look to the inside here on Shreves. Nothing quite yet. 2 laps to go. Battle for the lead with 2 to go. Silby on the bottom. Just doesn't look like he can get the momentum to get past that 56 machine. White flag is out for Randy Shreves. Craig Silby challenging him down low, trying to be the winner of the 1-8 electric heat race number 2. But here comes John Batista trying to steal that 2nd place spot away. On a turn 4, it is going to be Randy Shreves, your winner at the line. Give it to Silby by a hair. Craig Silby gets the 2nd place spot. John Batista finishes in 3rd. The rest of the results will look like this. Chad Griggs brings it home in 4th. Kyle Eiserer in 5th, and Dylan Hutchinson in 6th. We'll go into our 3rd heat race of the night. 3rd heat race of the night brought to you by Racer Supply, a new racing directory app free for everyone to use. Just download our app and enjoy turn-by-turn directions for all of their associated tracks. Download wherever apps are found today. We thank Racer Supply for sponsoring our 3rd heat race on the night. And of course, the 3rd heat race will look like this, starting from the pole. The 21 machine, your 3rd quick qualifier on the night. Mitchell Meek starts from the pole with New York's Josh Whiteman in the 24 alongside him. Ohio's own Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91 and Nathan Davis out of Indiana in the 36 will hold down that 2nd row. Dylan Shreves out of Illinois in the 20 machine. And the Timssims 9 in the 18, which is actually going to be Cody Terry, starts from the 6th place spot. Of course, this being a front row challenge, Terry McCarl's name is very famous for the front row challenge, and somebody that works for Terry in some way or another, or at least Terry's kid, Austin McCarl. Tyler Davis checking in the chat. Ty messaged me just a little bit ago asking for a shout out, and Ty, of course, working with Austin this season, bringing home some pretty good wins, pretty good finishes out wherever Austin runs in real life. Heat race number 3 underway. And Meek gets a very good jump keeping an eye on the battle for second place. Josh Whiteman and Ernie Williams Jr. Williams was right behind. Wasn't able to get the move done. Now we take a look at Dylan Shreves and Nathan Davis. Ernie starting to close on that 24 machine. That 91 car, always a car to watch out for. Making his way through turns 3 and 4. Michael Meek, your leader. 5 laps to go here. That 21 machine hooked up right now. And we've got a battle for our second place spot now. Whiteman to the middle. Williams going to look at the top shelf. Doesn't have it quite yet. And that's now going to leave him vulnerable to Dylan Shreves. Shreves now going to fall vulnerable to Nathan Davis. It's like dominoes. Knock one down, they just keep falling. 56 machine up high. That's Nathan Davis. So that's Randy Shreves making his way around. Nathan Davis up high. Battle is for the 4th place spot right now. White flag is out for Michael Meek. Racer Supply heat race number 3 about to be history. And it will be Michael Meek bringing it out of turn 4. He'll take it home. Josh Whiteman will run it home in 2nd. Ernie Williams Jr. 3rd. Dylan Shreves 4th. Nathan Davis 5th. Cody Terry finishes it in the 6th place spot. We'll take a look here at our B main. B main will be brought to you by Scott King Designs. Scott started Scott King's Designs back in 2003. He had just finished up college and really didn't know what to do. He was given the opportunity to buy a vinyl plotter and took it, not really knowing anything about how any of the industry worked. Scott jumped in, started making decals for his friends and family, and at the time a lot of his friends raced oval tracks, so you guessed it, he did a lot of their details and decals. From there, he started doing more and more local businesses in the area, and it just grew from there. Around 2008 to 2009, he started getting into screen printing. Still rocking with a 4-color, 1-station manual press, thinking that it is great. He does everything from 1s and 2s orders up to a couple hundred. Around that same time, he started getting into large print formatting, which is great for those looking to get something printed up and not looking for any type of cut vinyl look. Get in touch with Scott at scottkingsdesigns.co. Scott, once again, proud sponsor of our B main. And the pole grid will look like this. Garrett Boyd in the Boyd Power Sports number 9 will start from the pole. Chad Griggs in the 27 alongside him. Dylan Shreves in the 20. Roger Wagner in the 31, row number 2. Row number 3 will go to Kyle Eiserer and Nathan Davis in the 36. Buddy Ware will start from the 7th place spot with Dylan Hutchinson in the 8 starting from 8th. Sorry, in the 41 starting from 8th. With Cody Terry in the 18 starting from the 9th place spot. B-Main racing action is underway here at the Scott King Designs B-Main. Right away, Garrett Boyd out to the early advantage in that 21 machine. Dylan Shreves and Chad Griggs right behind him. Roger Wagner as well, knocking on the back door of the battle for the 2nd place spot. Garrett Boyd under pressure now from Dylan Shreves in that 56 machine. That 56 moving down low. Give Shreves the position down the back straight away. Chad Griggs in the 27 machine looking to hang it out. Doesn't have it quite yet. Give it to Shreves at the line. Boyd back to 2nd. Wagner now starting to challenge Griggs in that 27 machine. That 31 on the bottom looks to be wound up, trying to make a move to that 3rd place spot. Shreves, your leader, with 5 laps to go. Now Garrett Boyd under pressure from Chad Griggs. Roger Wagner down on the bottom, trying to make his way past Chad Griggs, potentially try and get a move up into that top 3 of that final podium spot. Doesn't look like he is quite able to. Dylan Shreves, your leader, 3 laps to go. right in front of them. Dylan Hutchinson in the 41 machine. Lap traffic potentially could play a factor here. Chad Griggs up on the high line, making a move past Garrett Boyd. Boyd looking to the inside, trying to get him back, but I think he's going to become a little bit more... Oh, contact between Wagner and Boyd as we had the camera on him. Garrett going to get into the wall as white flag comes out. He'll fall under pressure now from Nathan Davis. Dylan Shreves up high, going to make his way around Dylan Hutchinson. Shreves, 2 spots gained in our B main, will let him win it. Scott King Designs B main will go to Dylan Shreves. Chad Griggs, Roger Wagner, Nathan Davis, Garrett Boyd, Kyle Iser, Cody Terry, Dylan Hutchinson, the 8 cars that made it the rest of the way on the track. Buddy Ware ending it up from the pit lane. So as we roll in, we will be ready to go here in just a few seconds. Got a little bit of a warm-up session here. We're gonna let it go, pay a few bills, and we'll be back with feature action, getting ready to go. There it is. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The checkered flag falls on the practice session, and we are ready to go 30 laps of A main action here at Lima Speedway for the first night of the King of the Wing Kickoff, the Timssims Front Row Challenge. And of course, we want to thank our title sponsor of the event, Timssims. Tim's Dirt Track Simulator has been bringing entertainment to local racetracks and traveling to trade shows and race venues across the country since 2004. What started out with a few guys hanging out in the basement playing a game turned into a dream job for owner Tim Nichols. Coming from a family with a long history of dirt racing and having a passion for the sport, Tim brought his dream to life by designing and building simulators for huge racing events. From the Knoxville Nationals to the Kings Royal, Chili Bowl, SEMA Show, and PRI, Timssims has been anywhere and everywhere in their 19 years. Join the fun. Book your event today at timssims.com. Your grid will look like this. We're actually going to start from the back and work our way forward. Starting from the 18th spot, Buddy Ware. 17th, Dylan Hutchinson. 16th, Cody Terry. 15th, Kyle Iser, Garrett Boyd, Nathan Davis, Roger Wagner, Chad Griggs, Dylan Shreves, Ernie Williams Jr., John Batista, and Bowen Smith. Final top 6 cars will be Josh Whiteman, Craig Silby, Trevor Royer, Michael Meek, Randy Shreves, and Ryan Scheidt rounding out the order. Don't think the front row has elected to take the challenge. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way down the back straightaway, we're ready. Feel the rhythm, ladies and gentlemen. Feel the rhyme. Get on your feet. It's feature time here for the King of the Wing Kickoff Monday night event. We're green. Ryan Scheidt, your leader, 3 laps in, keeping an eye on the battle for the fourth place spot. Craig Silby, Trevor Royer going at it. Give the spot to Silby, but Royer up high, reeling it up there. Taking that move, making that top spot work. Top line working for Royer. I've never seen Trevor Royer on a bottom, so very interesting. We got to crash a little bit further back in the pack. We'll go yellow for the first time tonight. And I have a bad feeling that I know who may be involved in this incident. As we will try to get a good look here, taking a look at the 31 machine, Roger Wagner. Big boss Roger Wagner really can't say anything bad about him, or else I get the boot. Going for some racing room and contact between Wagner and Dylan Shreves in the 56 machine. If I'm not mistaken, it is. So Dylan gonna get some damage, and the first yellow will come out. From the drop of the green, a few laps in, it had been Ryan Scheidt, your leader. Drivers all running in that high stuff, trying to work it in just a little bit here under yellow. Lights go off on the iRacing pace truck, single file restarts. From here on out, no passing before the line. The imaginary no-no cone placed on the front straightaway. I'd hate to be the person that has to pull the no passing cone in, especially with the track with no barriers on the inside. A little bit dangerous. We're going to go back to green. Scheidt brings us back to it. Silby gets loose off the corner. Bowen Smith going to be able to challenge him in for the 5th place spot. Right now, Ryan Scheidt, your leader. He's going to have Michael Meek right behind him, though. Cash prizes for the top 3, if I'm not mistaken. Or, yeah, top 3 should be. Don't quote me on that. So Ryan Scheidt really wanted to keep this first place in his pocket. Trevor Royer sits back in the 4th place spot. He had looked to the inside of Randy Shreves and wasn't able to get it done. Gonna take another look here. Does it look like he is able to? Scheidt, your leader out front. Michael Meek falling back to the grasp of the 56 of Randy Shreves as they make their way down the back straightaway. Shreves a little bit closer that time by. Gap is closing for the 2nd place spot. Meek gonna get up high in that top stuff. Oh, contact with Trevor Royer. Royer gonna get it out of shape. He'll keep that 4th place spot in check. Oh, maybe not. Royer and Silby come together. They were running close to each other the entire night. We were focusing on them. You saw it live. Caution will fly. Both cars getting some air. We'll go back to our Dirt Racing Network replay and see what happened there. A little bit of contact there between Michael Meek and Royer, it looked like, and out of the corner. Oh, contact with the 12 machine, if I'm not mistaken. Sends Royer up into Silby. They plow in there. We will go to Throwbar cam here with Craig Silby, see if we can see anything special. And yeah, just Silby nowhere to go. Did your Iridium Sim Sports number 91. A little bit worse for wear as he finds himself in the pit lane. Lights are off on the iRacing pace truck. In, 19 to go as we bring him back to the green. Meek gonna throw a slider. Sorry, that was Shreves. Looks up high, throws a slider on Meek. Keep that spot in his pocket. Second place still remains and belongs to Randy Shreves. Battle is for the 4th place spot now. Bowen Smith in the 54 machine of John Batista. Gonna battle it out here, looking for something, anything. Now Smith gonna take a look to the inside of the 21 machine. Meek under pressure here through the corner, 3 wide there for a short second. John Batista trying to make that low line work. Nothing able to it quite yet. Garrett Boyd, Buddy Ware come together. We go yellow once again. Back to the Dirt Racing Network replay. We can see what happened here. The 21 machine down low, 17 machine up high, Boyd down low, Ware up high. Boyd looking the inside. Ooh. Free real estate for both those drivers, and they both wanted to sign up for it. And the yellow flag will come out after some contact. Well, that time by, the cross flags were out, the halfway point. Had just been reached, and actually we'll hit it once we go back to green. Barney up in the flag stand, shows the field the 1 to green. As we get ready to go back green, a flag racing here at Lima Land. First night of the King of the Wing kickoff week for the Jason Johnson Memorial for 41 race. The Timssims front row challenge back green, halfway to go. Michael Meek making a move on the 56 machine. Shreve says, I don't think so, mister. Turns right back under him. Here, down the front straightaway, it's going to be Shreves at the line. Now, Bowen Smith going to try to do a 2-for-1. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide, contact. 3 wide for the 3rd place spot. Move that 54. John Batista, he's trying for it. 2 by 2, they go down the front straightaway. This is exactly what Ryan Scheidt wants to see. Front driver. Ryan Scheidt running away from the field. Bowen Smith gets a 2-for-1. He'll move up into the 2nd place spot. Randy Shreves up into that 3rd spot. Now Shreves challenges contact with Smith. Smith gonna go around, falls down the order. We'll go yellow. You saw it happen. They were having a fantastic battle in contact. Ends what was a promising night for the 12 car of Bowen Smith. You can see there, gets into it with Shreves in contact from behind from the 54 machine. And unfortunately, the 27 car, that's Chad Griggs, had nowhere to go by the time he had saw it smash. So unfortunate for Smith, he'll find himself in the pit lane. Ryan Scheidt still your leader, 12 laps to go. Scheidt brings them back to green. Green flag back out, and we're back underway. Ryan Scheidt, your leader. Randy Shreves right behind him. He's going to have a challenge from John Batista. Batista planted all the way up high. Checking into the Highline Hotel, trying to make it work, trying to have a little bit of elongated stay. There's multiple people in that hotel room now, as Shreves up high as well. 21 machine of Michael Meek trying to work his way back up to that podium spot. Nothing quite yet. Don't look now. Up 8 positions. Nathan Davis up high, trying to make that Highline work, make a late race charge. Battle for the second place spot now. Randy Shreves, John Batista battling it out. Batista down low, Shreves up high. Shreves with the position down the straightaway, but Batista position through the corners. Nathan Davis slider on the 21 of Michael Meek. It doesn't work. Meek hard into the outside wall. Up and over. We will go yellow. Cody Terry gets a piece of that as well. And with just 6 laps to go, an unfortunate end to somebody who had been up front almost the entire night. We'll go back and take a look at what happened to the 21 on our Dirt Racing Network replay. You can see Meek right there at 36 and Nathan Davis right behind him. Challenges, goes for the slider. A little bit of contact, front wing comes off and Meek gets stuck in the wall, up and over. Cody Terry just nowhere to go with the car down low, and unfortunate end to Cody's night as well. Another unfortunate night for the 21 car who have been driving just so well in our feature event. Lights are off on the iRacing pace truck. Don't look now, but Nathan Davis in that 36 machine up into that 4th place spot, making a very late race charge. After an earlier fall down 9 positions, as Scheidt will bring them back to the green with 7 laps to go. 6 laps, my mistake. Keeping an eye on the battle for second still as Shreves and Batista battling it out. Davis and Whiteman right behind them having a battle right now. Batista with the position down low. Davis to the back end of the 56 machine. We've got a 3-car battle for the 2nd and 3rd. Scheidt, your leader, 7/10 on the field and gaining. John Batista trying to chase him down, but it might be too little too late. Yellow flag is out. This one ain't over quite yet. Buddy Ware once again gets into it. Oh, joined a little soon. It's into the wall there through 1 and 2. Gonna ride that puppy all the way through 1 and 2. He'll try and put it up high, gets into the cushion. All around goes the 17 machine. And we'll go yellow for the 6th time tonight. Lights still on the iRacing pace truck. Will take you through quickly your top 5. Ryan Scheidt, your leader. John Batista 2nd. Randy Shreves 3rd. Nathan Davis 4th. Josh Whiteman 5th. Dylan Hutchinson 6th. 7th. Kyle Eisner 8th. To Garrett Boyd. Ernie Williams Jr. 9th. And Cody Terry back out onto the track. Who needs a front wing anyways in the 10th place spot. Buddy Ware in the 11th place spot. The last car on to meet on the racing surface. Lights off on the iRacing pace truck. 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 at the line, so green-white checkered here for our drivers to contest. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing, green-white checkered. Here we go, back underway. Three-car battle for the podium spot. Here comes John Batista up high. Momentum on his side as Scheidt takes the white flag. This one ain't over quite yet. Ryan Scheidt drives the slider line through 1 and 2. Up through 3 and 4. Batista up high. Does he have anything? No, he doesn't. Ryan Scheidt wins night number 1 of the Timssims Front Row Challenge at Lima Land Speedway. John Batista brings it home in 2nd. Randy Shreves brings it home in 3rd. And a fantastic end to the race. Ryan Scheidt, John Batista, Randy Shreves, your top 3 cars. We'll get an eye here on our top 3 cars. Make sure we got everything set up and ready to go. We do. So we will get to talk to our 3rd place driver. Sorry, winner on the night. We'll talk to our winner first. He's the first one ready. Ryan Scheit. We'll bring him in to the booth here. And speaking of the man, the myth, the legend in the 10 machine, Ryan, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, a good finish for you to say the very least. From pole to the win. Tell us about that feature.
I felt completely great until I broke my wheel like 10 laps into it, and then I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was thankfully able to find a different line, and it worked out.
Night number 1 of what I could assume would be 3 for you this week. You get the win here in night number 1. How good does that make you feel heading into these next 2 nights? Of course, tomorrow night 360s at Lucas Oil, and of course Wednesday the 410s.
Yeah, it feels good. I do pretty good at Lucas Oil, especially in the 360s, but I haven't ran it in the new build yet, so we'll see how that goes. And then Knoxville 410 is, I don't know, I haven't raced there at Knoxville yet with this new build, so I'd imagine it'll go fine. I think all the guys at Black Diamond got a good handle on what needs to be done to get some speed. Kind of separated us out a little bit from the others right now, but everyone will catch up eventually.
And before we let you go and celebrate with the champagne, who do you want to thank for your win tonight?
Absolutely, all the guys at Black Diamond. We all grind pretty good these last couple weeks. Tim Nichols with Timssims, Ross at Velocity Designs, Nate with Totally Tinted, Zach with Rounds, Wraps, and Tints, and Brett with UDTV. And also you all for doing this deal. It's going to be a fun 3 days.
Well, once again, congratulations on your win, Ryan.
Thank you, Zach.
Ryan Scheit, your winner here on night number 1 of the King of the Wing Week. We'll take a look and talk to our second place finisher on the night in the 54 machine. Made a 6-car run up to the front, and we'll get him up here into our Dirt Racing Network broadcast booth. Mr. John Batista. John, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, you bring it home in second place tonight. 6 spots gained on the field. What did it take to be able to make those moves?
A lot of patience and just playing it safe. I knew from the drop of the green that it was going to be a little treacherous, especially this being, I think, our first DSRL League race with no mirrors. And I knew it was going to be kind of treacherous out there, so if I just didn't really stick my nose anywhere it shouldn't have been, or if I had any reservations, I would just play the safe side. And yeah, that worked out for me.
You bring it home in second place tonight in 3 nights of action this week. How excited are you for tomorrow's night at Lucas Oil, and then, of course, the 410s at Knoxville on Wednesday?
Yeah, definitely excited for getting more power under us tomorrow, and then Knoxville on Wednesday in the 410. I've actually never raced at Lucas Oil, so I'm pretty excited about stepping my toes into some new waters. Hopefully that goes well for me. I typically do pretty good at new tracks for myself at least, so definitely got to get some laps in there before tomorrow. Haven't raced 360 in forever either, so yeah, that'll be fun. And then Wednesday 410 at Knoxville. I think we got something pretty decent for there, but I guess we'll see.
And John, who do you want to thank before we let you go and celebrate your second place finish tonight?
Yeah, Zach, I just want to thank you for putting on tonight's show. Roger and Tim Nichols for putting on tonight's 305 event. And we'll see you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow indeed. Once again, John, congratulations.
Thanks, Zach.
Second place finisher on the night, John Batista. We'll talk to our third place finisher on the night in the 56 machine, Randy Shreves. We'll give him a quick pull up here into our Dirt Racing Network booth. Randy, you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, you bring it home in third place. Of course, 1 spot below from where you started, but it was still a very hard-fought third place. How good does it feel to be on the podium for the first night?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. I'm just definitely glad to still finish up here on the podium. I don't know, just made some wrong changes there for the feature, and had a little bit of nose weakening damage. I'm sure that didn't help me out, but overall it was an awesome race. Me and John were battling it out there. For a 305, this was one of the best 305 races that I've ran, so definitely can't complain about tonight.
you talk about tonight, and of course 2 more nights for you this week. Of course, Lucas Oil tomorrow night in the 360s, and then Knoxville in the 410s. How excited are you for those 2 events coming up?
Man, I'm super excited. Definitely love these events that DSRL puts on. It's always fun and definitely entertaining for all the fans. And just gotta practice, and hopefully I can put it back in the podium tomorrow night.
We do hope to see you tomorrow night, Randy. Who do you want to thank before we let you go and celebrate?
First and foremost, I definitely want to thank everybody at DSRL for putting this thing on. Just everybody involved. There's a bunch of people involved. Definitely want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, Alex Bergeron over at ABR Setup Shop, Coulter West at Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish on Repair, you guys up there in the broadcast booth, and everybody out there watching.
Well, Randy, we will let you go and celebrate your 3rd place finish once again. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Randy Shreves, driver of the 56 machine, finishes out in the 3rd place spot, and he will round out your podium tonight. As we get ready to go for the final time tonight, we're already through your order once again, your feature finishing order. It will look like this. Ryan Scheidt picked up the win. John Batista right behind him in 2nd. Randy Shreves finishes it in 3rd. Josh Whiteman 4th. Dylan Hutchinson in 5th with Nathan Davis 6th. Garrett Boyd and Ernie Williams Jr. 7th and 8th. Kyle Eiserer, Buddy Ware, your top 10 with Cody Terry runs out your cars on the lead lap in the last cars on the track. Michael Meek, Bowen Smith, Chad Griggs, Trevor Royer, Craig Sobey, Dylan Shreves, Roger Wagner round out your 18-car field on the night. And ladies and gentlemen, the first time in a very long time that the DSRL has been back. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back and ready to go. The new build on iRacing means more fun to be had. The first night of the King of the Wing Week, the Timssims Front Row Challenge, a success out in my book. Once again, the Dirt Racing Network wants to thank all of their sponsors, everybody you have seen scrolling through on that bottom right-hand corner, all sponsors of the Dirt Racing Network. Of course, we want to thank Tim Sims and Tim Nichols once again for the support on the event. Tomorrow night, the Raging Cage and ASCS Classic at Lucas Oil Speedway in the 360 Sprint Cars will be live as we get ready for the big show on Wednesday night, the Forever 41 Jason Johnson Classic Memorial Race 410s at Knoxville. Boy, oh boy, am I excited for Wednesday. Personally, I'll see you guys Wednesday. Not going to be on the call tomorrow night, of course. Some real-life racing obligations, so hope that tomorrow night's race goes well. Good luck to all of the competitors. Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight. My name is Zach Krieger. I remind you guys, keep